So you're thinking about moving to Johns Creek and your budget is over $1 million, but you're wondering like, what will your money buy you here in Johns Creek? And that's exactly what we're gonna tackle in this video. We're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Atlanta, Georgia, well, subscribe below, ring the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Atlanta. My name's Denny, and the team and I get calls each and every day from people just like you looking to make the move to Atlanta. We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving next week, next year, or anytime in between, call, text, email, schedule a Zoom. Be happy to help you make a smooth move to Atlanta. I'm at Halcyon today. I'll give you a little shot of what this looks like. Food, dining, shopping, desserts, craft coffee, craft beer, all my favorite things. My family's back there. We're about to eat at Butcher and Brew right there here in a minute, but I thought I would give you a quick tour. Like I mentioned in this video, if your budget is north of $1 million and you're looking in the Johns Creek area, you're gonna wanna stick around. We're gonna look at a couple of properties and a couple of in that price point, just over $1 million, kind of give you an idea of what your money will buy, and then we'll circle back and we'll put a nice little bow on it. So let's check out that first house. All right, here on this stop, we have one of the most sought after planned gated communities in all of Johns Creek. The home you see right behind me is on an oversized corner lot. It's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. Included in that is a full 1-bedroom studio. It's 3,800 square feet, but being built in 2020, they actually did an additional $50,000 in upgrades. And so from head to toe, everything about this home screams high-end luxury. And in this community, the right here across the street, talk about location, 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 you have all of the community amenities. So over there, you're gonna have a splash pad, swimming pool, junior Olympic swimming pool, tennis courts, playground, basketball. You're also gonna have a big grass field for playing. And so I don't know if you can see all that, but that's what's going on back there. While the community is a newer construction, it's been under construction since about 2017, but you do have some more mature trees and landscaping, which is starting to come in. And I love that you just have streets full of sidewalks and trees, so you can go on a walk with your family or get out on a run. But this is a gorgeous home, everything about it. I even love the 3-car garage, but 2 over here, 1 over there, the entrance in between. They made great use of space on the lot, private fenced backyard, and every imaginable upgrade you can think of when it comes to countertops and appliances, and just it oozes luxury. You take that home and you put it in, you know, even Dallas, Texas, and it's $2 or $3 million. You put it in New York or California, and it's $5–10 million or more. So your money goes a long way in Johns Creek. Okay, well, this Johns Creek home we're about to see is listed at $1,080,000. Now, there's a lot to love about this property. One, that in this neighborhood, it's on one of the largest lots at 7/10 of an acre. And 2, it's one of the largest homes at 5,200 and I want to say 75, almost 5,300 square feet. We're talking about this one right behind me. So it's a very large property. It's got a half finished basement, so there's still tons of unfinished space for either expansion and or just dry storage. So if you need storage, there's plenty of that. All the floors have been sanded, refinished, restained. So the flooring, the paint, the kitchens, the bathrooms, everything in it has been updated and upgraded from the appliances. And you would expect that from $1,080,000. And so you're gonna love the inside. The exterior is well manicured as well. It's got a nice private wooded back lot. Here's the challenge with this particular property. This neighborhood is amazing, but you still have homes that are in the sevens. And so while I don't know if this is an investor or the homeowner, I'm sure that in their mind they can justify that price tag with the amount of money and time and energy and effort that they've put into this gorgeous home in order to make it look the way that it does. I just can't, I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough nut to crack. I've often said you don't want to buy the most expensive home in a neighborhood because the rest of the neighborhood drags you down and you're having to, you know, kind of drag everyone with you. I always find it challenging to be the most expensive home in the neighborhood. But if you did purchase this home for $1 million, I could see where it's justified because it is a very nice home. I just think that's going to be a big challenge. I would rather have a home that's like in the middle of the pack when it comes to value in a neighborhood, because then all the expensive homes kind of pull mine up with it. So just food for thought. But that's what $1,080,000 looks like here in Johns Creek. All right, on this stop, there's a little bit of a lesson to be learned, although we're going to be looking at basically a $1.5 million home. So in this neighborhood, you've got mostly very, large homes on somewhat, not small, but, half an acre, 6, maybe 7/10 of an acre with, 4,000 to 5,000 square foot homes. And most of them are beautiful, and they're all in the like mid 7s to high 8s in terms of price and value. But then in the very back of the neighborhood, in this quiet little cul-de-sac, you have this showstopper here behind me. Obviously it's not ideal to have this big wall right here, but they've done a good job with the landscaping. You have this hill of a driveway, which isn't too steep or too crazy, but I don't know, I'm going to turn around so you can see this. That's the property. The challenge I see is the brick. That red brick is not really in. The colors on the outside are super dated, but it's 8,200 square feet, so it's absolutely huge. It's got, I think, 8 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, multiple kitchens, theater, everything you possibly imagine. I mean, 8,200 square feet is massive, but it's also kind of dated. Like, it's perfect. You could live in it. And if you love what it looks like, then I'm sure you could enjoy it. But it really does need a refresh. And if you went to updating the kitchens and the bathrooms and the flooring and the paint, the bigger the home, the more the expense. And a home like that, it's going to be easily $150 a foot, maybe $100 a foot if you wanted to try to skimp. But you're talking about, $1 million renovation for a property that size. And even if you tried to really just do some flooring paint and instead of putting a $150,000 kitchen, if you did just like a $50,000 kitchen, even if you cut corners, you're going to be spending $500,000 just freshening it up. So it was listed at $1.5 million. It's been lowered to $1,460,000. A lot of home, but it's double the size, double the price of any of the homes in the neighborhood, and that's going to be a challenge. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed that tour here at Halcyon. This is like, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, the Alpharetta suburb vlog, or even Woodstock or Duluth. They have all these nice downtown areas. Johns Creek doesn't have really one of those downtown areas or one of those major kind of mixed use developments. There's lots of shopping and dining and parks and recreation and great schools and all the things that you would love, but nothing really like this. And this is really only about 5 or 10 minutes from the north side of Johns Creek. Alpharetta and Johns Creek are right next to each other. Halcyon is kind of on the border of Forsyth and Fulton County, but this is Halcyon behind me. Right across the street you have the Big Creek Greenway, which is a 20-mile walking, biking, hiking trail, that kind of stuff. residential. This is only like phase 1. They're starting phase 2. There's 4 or 5 phases of this, so all of this that you see is going to get developed. A good friend of mine, Mr. Eric Klein, is opening Eclipse de Luna right there. There's a couple of them around the city, and one of my favorite restaurants, it's a great tapas place, Hobnob, right here behind me. They do trivia, things of that nature. And then right here you can see that there's a green space where they do like cornhole tournaments. There's movie theaters, commercial space, offices, all of that is kind of right around here. So anyway, hopefully you saw something on the tour that gave you a good idea of maybe what you might be looking for. As usual, if you haven't, subscribe below, ring the bell for notifications so you know when we release new content. And then if you have a question specific to your situation that you don't want to leave in the comments, or if you're thinking of making the move in the next, whether it's next week, next year, or anytime in between, reach out, call, text, email, schedule a Zoom. Happy to help you make the move. And until we see you in person, we'll see you on the next episode.